Hello, it's Viv from Wisdom Released, and welcome to your daily reading for June the 22nd, 2018. I'm using the Wildwood Tarot by Mark Ryan and John Matthews. I used it yesterday and I feel very much like we're still in the energy of the solstice, and so I'm going to continue to use these. I have already shuffled. I shuffle a little bit more, I'll cut the deck and pull one card representing the overall energy for today and then three others. Oops, okay. Okay. The Seer, Page of Arrows, the Green Woman, and the Great Bear. So more interesting cards, considering the time of year. The first card out, so the overall energy for today, is the Seer, which is like the High Priestess in the normal tarot. And this woman here is very, sort of like a guide to the tree of knowledge. She's sort of like one of the guides represented in the tarot that helps us find our way home to the tree of knowledge, that helps us find our way through the maze. The energy around her is one of wisdom. She's very connected to water. And so she's very connected to her emotions, to her intuition, and but she's also very grounded at the same time. So the figures there, she's holding out her hand as if drawing energy from the earth, drawing energy and strength and inspiration from the earth. And so there's a great feeling of connection with her intuition, but feeling very grounded at the same time. So there's a deep feeling of knowing here. It's not just like an inkling. It's a deep feeling of knowing where we want to be, who we want to be, how we want to show up in the world, what we want to create in the world, and how it is that we're going to go and do it, how we're going to go about it. So it's a great feeling of intuition, that connects us with being able to manifest. Now, the next card for today is the Page of Arrows. And yesterday I was talking about, because one of the cards that I pulled was the Green Man, actually, which is one of the cards represented for the summer solstice, the 21st of June. Interestingly, we've got the Green Woman that's come out today, but I had the feeling that whatever it is that you're manifesting, whatever it is that you're focused on at the moment, you would have a much better idea about it by the time we got to the winter solstice in December. And this card is pointing to that for me. The wren. The wren is obviously sat on a little branch here. It's deep midwinter. She's very observant. I'm drawn to that big eye. So she's very observant. She's very agile. She knows how to survive in harsh environments. So she's very skilled. This card in the normal tarot could be associated with gossip and snooping, but my feeling is with this card, it's inviting you to acknowledge your skills in connection with what it is that you want to bring to fruition. I've got a couple of notifications going on my computer there, so if you hear a noise in the background, that's what it is. So yeah, this is asking you to acknowledge the resources that you already have, the experience that you already have, not to sit on the fence and to procrastinate, but it's asking you to take a leap of faith, to be honest about the skills that you have and that you can use to create what it is that you want to create. As I say, my feeling is that the next 6 months are going to be really important in bringing about what it is that you want to bring about. The Green Woman, or the Empress, again very connected with the summer solstice, very fertile, very creative, very compassionate woman. She almost looks pregnant, doesn't she? She's not, I'm not sure she looks very rounded of belly, doesn't she? So perhaps she is with child. It could be an actual child, but it could be a project, a business project. It could be something to do with getting creative around making money. It could be something to do with an important relationship, and that could be manifesting a particular business relationship. It could be bringing a particular project into the world, or it could be manifesting and nurturing a romantic relationship. But there is great potential here. There's such a feeling of fertility here, and the Green Woman herself is covered in all of this wonderful green foliage. So there is a feeling of abundance, of ripening, of creativity and fertility, and of things coming together. You know, she's using things at her disposal and a little bit of magic in the universe as well. The next card is the Great Bear, and this is the Judgment card in the regular tarot. When I look at this, the bear itself looks really quite fearsome. And it's like a real force to be reckoned with. So perhaps this the card is asking you to really dig deep and to be a force of nature in whatever it is, whatever situation you're facing at the moment. It could be that you discover something, that there is some truth that is spoken, that you're possibly a little bit afraid of. But what I'm drawn to here are the lights in the background. They could be the aurora borealis in the northern hemisphere. It could be the southern ones. I've forgotten what they're called now. The australis, aurora australis. But because the polar bear is there on top of this, it's like a deep cave, isn't it? It's been constructed, but it really feels like there's a gateway here for you to travel to. It's sort of like indicative of travelling into the unknown, but there being light at the end of the tunnel. And again, to me, it speaks to a period of time. It's not like an overnight thing. My feeling is that this is months as opposed to days or weeks. There's a feeling of, well, in the normal tarot, there's like a feeling of resurrection. In some decks, there are a couple of figures that are coming out of the ground from being raised from the dead, and this great trumpet being blown from the heavens, and that's rousing these people back to life. There are 2 stones here as well that are linked by little stones that look like stepping stones. So my feeling is that there is great potential for life here, for bringing this project or this relationship to life. But it is going to be a step-by-step process and not something that happens overnight. So there we are. Those are the messages for today, 22nd of June. I hope you found that of use and that it's resonated. Thank you very much for watching and for subscribing if you have done. I really do appreciate that, and I look forward to speaking to you again tomorrow.